I have to pause a little bit to make sure we're actually live. About 20 years ago, when I was, actually it's longer now, I was just a kid, really, my 20s, late 20s. I was watching, I decided not to participate in the Matrix. I decided not to take the bank jobs. I decided not to take the hedge fund jobs. I decided not to do that stuff. And not that over the years I haven't bemoaned that. My girlfriend will tell you that, you know, look at that. That's about 110 million, 10, $100 million dollars sitting right there. You could have had that. But I am so glad. Thank you, God. This is a protection symbol for Italian grandmothers and also an ancient mudra. That didn't happen. I have seen that timeline for myself. I actually would have died early, about 43, if I'd gone down that route from liver cancer, anger, suppressed anger. God bless us all. We're all on different paths. We're all learning at our own pace, you know. But I was watching, there was a guy named William F. Buckley, which most of you won't remember. He was a Yale super scholar. He had a show called Firing Line side, and then you could say William F. Buckley was whatever, I don't know, super conservative. And famously Gore-Vidal, who was gay and like an ancient Roman senator. If you ever want to know about a beautiful guy, loved him, but very statesmanlike, but he had chosen not to be part. He was friends with the Jackie Onassis and close friends with the Kennedys and so forth. Gore-Vidal, look it up, Netflix documentary, beautiful, if you want to tap into. But anyway, part of that, Gore-Vidal so irritated William F. Buckley on this, they did live debates moderated by not Harry Reasoner, but David Brinkley or something. 1968, I think, election. Yeah. And Gore-Vidal, with his rational, beautiful, wry, funny, playful argument, got William F. Buckley to be so angry at him that William F. Buckley finally said, "I'll come over there and smash you in your face, you fairy," or something like that, right? He just lost his shit, right? And William F. Buckley got very famous for later. I know this might be really boring to a lot of you, but it has to do with wise people discuss, fools argue, which is very relevant to the current, well, it's been this way for thousands of years, atmosphere, the current culture, the current tone. If you turn on any political station, it's not about wise people discuss, it's more about fools trying to send sound bites and zingers, twist it and catch it and report taking sides. You've decided one camp. I'm in the leftists. I'm in the camp of the rightists. And from camp, you build walls and you stick your head above and you throw pot shots at each other. You don't ever meet on neutral ground with a white flag and say, hey, let's discuss it. Discuss. Fools lob words hand behind their wall. Everywhere today, divided and conquered. So anyway, one day I was watching this intellectual William F. Buckley, abortion or whatever it was. And three people on this side in the for position, or, the for free towerness with his particular delivery and his wry little smile would deliver sort of a decision on who won. So I'm watching this because I'm going through all that. My scholarship committee wanted to send me to Yale, and all that. And I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with all this. I realized in my sophomore year, basically, I thought college, actually my freshman year, I thought university, universitas, universal truth. Uni, oneness, versitas, veritas, verity, truth. I thought, all right, at least here, finally, we'll want to be searching for the truth and have open discussion. And I got to college and realized, no, fuck no. People just want to fucking drink Friday night and get laid or just get through or get an engineering job or, learn something? Nah, we don't want to learn anything. This is just so we can, join my father's law firm or become a chemical engineer and start for, back then it was like at $40,000 a year. It was a big deal. 1981, whatever, 82. And so I realized, wow, here at the university, nobody wants to learn they don't want truth. And I was watching William F. Buckley doing this. I know I'm boring a lot of you today, but I don't want to do it. So I realized they had some political things, a lot of political topics, arguing, tax. This was over here. They had Art Coliseum there 3 years ago. With it, worse than the freaking Romans. Really? Because it's for the stupid people. Whenever the people would start waking up or complaining, the emperor would go, free bread, because, that was a big deal. It was like the bread, right? Free bread and free attendance at the Gladiator games. 160 straight days of bloodshed in the arena. The mob, yeah. That would distract them from worried about the fact that whatever corruption's going on in the state. We're exactly there. We're totally there. So I watched William F. Buckley, the august, it's like super turbo Yale intellectual. Even beyond being a professor, he said, no, I'm not doing that. And then, right? And so I realized, not even these, I thought these guys at least would be interested in having a rarefied intellectual discussion where we could discuss it and go, well, I disagree with that, but I'm open to hearing new facts, new information. Instead of most minds are like concrete, all mixed up and permanently said, well, that's the way my daddy did it. And if you tell me something else, you're threatening my dad and I'm going to get my axe. You're insulting my family honor. Right? Instead of, most people's minds are like concrete, all mixed up and permanently set. Or like Einstein says, the height of ignorance, not knowing, is condemnation without investigation. Can observe, change their opinions and realize that truth is malleable. Truth evolves. There's no final truths. What we used to think in physics in the, before the 1920s was Newtonian crapola from today's point of view. And then Niels Bohr and the Danish school and whoever came along, and all of a sudden we have quantum physics. 1920, that's freaking 100 years ago. We still haven't gotten it. Basically it says there's no particulate, there's no particle physics. There's no particles, there's no protons, electrons, neutrons, they don't exist, it's all spinning energies. So I realized, here's this super debate at Yale, the firing line on PBS. They don't fucking want to listen to the other person. It's not about discussing. It's not about hearing. Synthesis, which means info. You take your info, combine it, and something new and brighter and better and evolve more forward. No, there was no interest in finding common ground or an evolved newer paradigm. It was about, I want my theory to win. Gladiatorial politics, gladiatorial science. It's no different than football players. Fuck them, 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we want to annihilate? Kill them, kill them, kill them. No different. In intellectual circles, business is war. It's a war model. So the wise people discuss hardly exists today. Obviously in the political debate. Do you see anything on MSNBC or Fox News or anything anywhere that's not, or if they have a veneer of journalism that is not polarized? This is our position and we'll twist anything we can to support our position because we want to be right. Where is there wise people discuss? So the gladiators that are tied down to their blocks of stone, one of the things they used to do in the Roman arena is you would literally have leather strap. You'd sit on giant blocks of stone. They're about 3 feet off the ground, right? So you could sit on them. And you'd be strapped in. And your opponent is right in front of you, strapped into his rock, like leather straps. You can't run away. They put on horrible implements like fucking knives or fists with spikes on it and stuff like that. And you sit there and one or the other is going to beat the other guy to death. Gladiator, the Christians and a bunch of other things and killing floated the Colosseum. And that's how we got distracted. Look up bread and circuses. Look it up. Google it. And you'll see how we were onto it. Back then even, you know, about the distraction. So gladiatorial, I realized it's gladiatorial intellectual debate. It's gladiatorial politics. It's not about listening to the other side. It's about the Steele dossier and the subterfuge and political research by these committees. We have 3 steps between us and them, so there's plausible denial. So the dirty work gets done over here. Hello, can you say Watergate and the burglars and so forth, right? 3 layers, so you can be, I had no knowledge, Your Honor. You can say it truly because you hire a henchman who hires another henchman who hires the 3rd henchman. He does the job. So it's 3 layers gone, so you can truthfully say and pass the lie detector test in plausible denial, which means, is it believable you're lying? Plausible denial is a phrase that means believable lying. Will it be believable, plausible, my denial of it, meaning lying? So, to realize, now, before you blame the politicians, blame yourself. Because we are the mob. We are the collective consciousness. If we're willing to attend the game and watch them punching each other, slitting each other's throats, ripping each other's innards out, you know, and spreading the blood in the sand, presidential debates, right? Or William F. Buckley and his refined, pipe-smoking, intellectual Yale and Harvard. It's same shit. So, gladiatorial ego minds battling to the death about being right. That's what feeds the monster. So anytime that impulse in us comes up, I just talked with my mom and I was in a weak moment. She triggered me and I was like, you know, I could tell part of me wanted to be right. And I had to catch myself and go, no, I totally respect your view, but, you know, when you involve me, I'm going to tell you what I think. So is there a chance for any kind of wise people discuss instead of the fools arguing? Just turn on CNN, Fox, whatever. Fools arguing 24/7, right? Is there any of that? The heart? Poor Jesus, trying to come and bring his heart to us and go, hey, turn the other cheek. Can we actually discuss? I hear your point of view and still respect it. I still respect you. I mean, even someone like Muhammad Ali reached that level. When him and Joe Frazier doing all their 3 fights, little Joe Frazier's little boy was 10 years old, Ali pulled him aside and said, hey, you know all that smack I talk about your dad? It's for a show. We're doing a show. It's for the people. It's for a show, for that mob, right? He says, your dad's a good man. That's what Muhammad Ali, who could reach beyond that. Beyond, you're my enemy. You're not my enemy. It's just a game. The problem is, when we the people take it seriously, we have to send our kids off to war and die in needless wars to keep feeding the oil oligarchies or whatever, the opium pipeline in Afghanistan or the mines, whatever it is. So it's up to us. Do you want more wise people discuss, or do you want to keep going fools battling to the death in the gladiatorial position, to the point of assassinations? I mean, there's many countries around the planet that still do full-on political assassination. The only way regime change happens in many other countries is through death. You have to shed blood. America, at least, I hope we stay that way, we could have a regime change or a change without their shedding of blood. Although the people that lost to Trump, they want to change it with gladiatorial lawyerism. They won't accept the decision. So, feel the choice. Now, you don't be sad by there's so few people that you can actually do wise people discuss. No, sometimes you have to teach them where they're at. I can't teach Bentley here. Come here, B. Daddy. It's Daddy. Hi, Daddy. He's about 11 now. I can't teach him trigonometry. It'll just make him very frustrated and upset and feel stupid and scared to Daddy if I get frustrated with him. So when you meet people that can't wise people discuss, you have to meet them on their terms. You don't tell a bull, would you mind please if you're not stepping on you're on my foot? No, you gotta get, jab them, get them off of there. So when you're dealing with people that are stuck in gladiatorial mental ego minds, all they understand is power. And you have to do that with them. So it's not about bemoaning and don't be super sad that most people aren't evolved enough to be wise people discuss. It's the way it is. You can't argue with what is. Katie Byron's work, The Work. If you argue with what is, you'll lose, but only every time. Learn to work with it. So, gladiatorial, ego mind politics, or business, or literal war, or gladiatorial relationships. A lot of people think love is war. Relationship, the battle of the sexes. I mean, it's really insane. It's my opinion. It's gone completely insane. And there's millions of us now, actually about 1 billion people on the planet, that we've had enough of this crap, and we're really ready to wake up. What do you want for you? Let's be smart. Let's walk through the world, be in the world, but not of it. It's not easy, because most people's triggers are right there, especially nowadays. As the boiling happens, the stuff is surfacing, all things shall come to light. Wow, Tobias, that was a very intellectual presentation. That's some food for thought. Next time, who knows what personality I will be possessed by. Check out the webcast. If you're interested, you can ask questions, just listen in. No one knows you need to attend, completely incognito. A bunch of people do that, or you can show up on camera and ask me a question. And we have, hopefully, a wise people discuss, and I really don't ever let it get to a fool's argue position. If you're interested in arguing with me or doing that shit, there's a delete button. Ding! Shoot. Goodbye. Never happens. Hasn't happened. Shouldn't have brought it up. Now it could happen, of course. All right. TobiasLars.com. Check out the webinars on Sundays. You can listen to them live, or you can listen to them as a recording. Some people do both. I recommend, if you really want to get to your energy and your heart, heart will save the world now, because the old system is just killing the whole planet and killing all of us slowly and more and more rapidly every day. InnerBodyAwakening.com, start with that. Then do the alchemy energyprocess.com, and then the heart energy. I couldn't get heartenergy.com. The heart energy. And if you feel like you've worked with your energies for a while, you can start with also the heart energy, which has to do with a torus field around you that you can learn to let your heart be part of your field. Much love. Please discuss below. Please don't argue with me. If you do, you might get deleted. If you're open, people that are open with me, I'm there, I love it. But I trigger people a lot when I'm telling truth. So what I'm learning right now is God's telling back off. But I'm allowed to tell some of it publicly. I still have to temper it some. That's wisdom. I'm learning wisdom. I thought, hey, let's just tell the truth to everybody, Nope. Not ready quite yet. All right. More to come, hopefully. Ciao. Much love.